Welcome, friend. Let us speak honestly, without delay. Self-discipline is not a burden, but a key that unlocks freedom hidden in your daily choices. Today, I will show you how to see this truth and how to live it. But first, ask yourself, are you tired of giving your power away to fleeting desires? If the answer is yes, listen closely, for this will change how you live. Discipline begins where comfort ends. You cannot build strength by embracing ease. You cannot grow by avoiding effort. And yet, the mind resists, whispering, later, tomorrow, another day. Ignore this whisper. It is a shadow of weakness, not wisdom. The moment to act is always now. Self-discipline is not about harshness. It is about clarity. It is seeing the path before you and walking it with intention. It is saying no to what harms you and yes to what nourishes your soul. This clarity is what separates the life you live from the life you dream of. Consider the body. It craves indulgence, but it is the mind that guides the body. You must train your mind to lead with reason, not emotion. Each meal, each hour, each action is a chance to practice restraint. And in restraint, you discover freedom. Freedom from chaos. Freedom from regret. Freedom from yourself when you wander into distraction. Now, think of your thoughts as servants. Do they serve you, or do you serve them? A wandering mind is a mind enslaved. A disciplined mind is a mind that rules the inner empire. Rule your thoughts, and the world follows. To neglect this, and the world will rule you. It will push, pull, and tear until you lose your center. Do not confuse discipline with punishment. Discipline is alignment. It is harmony with reason. It is waking each morning with a purpose clear and unshakable. It is the ability to pause before action, to ask, will this bring me closer to who I wish to become? And when the answer is no, you step aside without resentment. Life will tempt you constantly. The voice of ease, the voice of comfort, the voice of pleasure all will call to you. Do not mistake these voices for truth. They are fleeting. They are hollow. They will give you satisfaction for a moment, then leave you empty. The disciplined soul sees this clearly and chooses differently. Understand this. Discipline is not only about saying no, it is about saying yes to what is truly worthy. Yes to growth. Yes to learning. Yes to action that builds character. Yes to moments of courage when the world around you shrinks from them. You may ask, but how do I start? How do I build this discipline? Begin with small victories. Do not aim for perfection. Aim for consistency. Wake each day and decide. Today, I will honor myself. Today, I will act according to reason, not impulse. Today, I will do what matters, even if it is uncomfortable. Consider the ancients, those who lived with virtue as their guide. They did not wait for motivation, for motivation is fragile. They acted because action is noble. They acted because inaction weakens the soul. Motivation may falter, but discipline endures. Notice how many fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack control. The mind is powerful, but unruly. It will steer you toward distraction if left unchecked. Control it with routine. Control it with practice. Control it with relentless commitment to what is good. Here is a truth many ignore. Discomfort is a teacher. Avoiding it is a trap. Facing it is freedom. The cold morning, the early work, the hard task, these are not punishments. They are invitations to grow. Each time you rise before ease, you strengthen the inner fortress. Discipline demands honesty. You must see yourself clearly. Your excuses, your weaknesses, your tendencies toward comfort, acknowledge them. Do not hide from them. Do not rationalize them. Face them, name them, and then act despite them. This is courage, and courage is the backbone of self-discipline. Now, listen carefully, for this is subtle but vital. Discipline is a habit, not a moment. You are not defined by a single choice, but by the pattern of choices repeated daily. A single act of restraint is noble, but fleeting. 1,000 acts repeated become who you are. This is the essence of mastery over self. Reflect on your desires, which serve your highest good, which drag you down into regret and distraction. Examine them without shame. Then, gently but firmly, turn away from what harms you. This is not deprivation, it is liberation. There will be days when temptation is fierce, when your mind screams for comfort, for escape, for ease. It is in these days that discipline proves itself. It is in these days that character is forged. Do not shrink. Do not yield. Face the fire, and you will emerge stronger. The disciplined life is not glamorous. It is quiet. It is steady. It is deliberate. But in its quiet, it builds power. Power over chaos, over impulse, over fleeting desires. Power over your own destiny. Remember, your actions ripple beyond yourself. The disciplined life inspires others, even if silently. A mind that is focused, a life that is deliberate, these are gifts to the world. Even small choices echo. shaping those around you. Do not mistake comfort for happiness. Happiness is found in virtue, in reason, in mastery of self. Discipline brings this happiness, quietly, steadily, without noise. It is not flashy, it is not loud, but it endures. And endurance is victory. Ask yourself, friend, what will you allow to control you? Pleasure, fear, the easy path, or reason, courage, discipline? The choice is yours, and it is made every moment. Each breath, each thought, each action is a vote for who you will become. In moments of weakness, return to this: I am the master of my mind. I am the ruler of my actions. I choose what is good. I endure what is necessary. I live deliberately, not by accident. This is the voice of reason. This is the voice of your higher self. Listen to it, follow it, and your life will change. Soon, we will explore deeper strategies: how to conquer procrastination, how to resist destructive habits, how to build unshakable focus, how to turn small daily acts into monumental inner strength. All this and more as we continue on this path together. For now, take a breath. Feel the weight of choice in this moment. Know that discipline is not a punishment, but a promise to yourself. A promise that you will rise above distraction, above weakness, above the fleeting and the empty. Let this promise guide your day. Let it shape your actions. And as you act with clarity, notice the subtle shift. A quiet strength forms within, a calm power, steady and unshakable. And know this, friend, this is only the beginning. The journey of discipline is endless, yet fulfilling. Every moment you choose wisely, every time you act with reason, you honor your potential. You honor the life you are capable of living now. Keep this in mind: self-discipline is not external. It cannot be given, nor bought, nor borrowed. It arises from within. It is the cultivation of your own inner authority, and with it, you are unstoppable. Discipline does not ask for your permission. It asks for your commitment. It does not wait for convenience. It demands presence. Every choice is a crossroads. One path leads to mastery, the other to surrender. Choose wisely, even when no one watches. Even when the world seems indifferent. Your life is built in private, though it may shine in public. Begin by observing your impulses. Do not act automatically. Notice the craving for distraction. Notice the desire to avoid effort. Notice the voice of laziness and complaint. Do not judge it harshly. Simply recognize it. Awareness is the first act of discipline. Next, replace impulsive action with deliberate action. Do what is necessary even when it is small. Make your bed. Clear your workspace. Write your task list. These are humble actions, yet they build a mind of order. And a mind of order is a mind capable of great things. Do not fear discomfort. Embrace it. The resistance you feel is the sign of growth. Every time you act despite it, your character becomes stronger. Pain is temporary. Regret is permanent. Choose the path that leaves no regret. Set boundaries, even against yourself. Decide what you will allow and what you will not. Some pleasures are harmless, but most are chains. Identify the chains, and refuse them. Freedom is not in indulgence, but in choice. Practice restraint in small matters. Resist the extra bite of food. Resist the unnecessary scroll on your screen. Resist the gossip, the petty irritation, the complaint. Each small act of restraint is a deposit in your character bank. Over time, these deposits compound into inner wealth. Discipline is strengthened by reflection. At the end of each day, ask: what did I do well? Where did I falter? Did I act with reason, or did I surrender to impulse? Reflect without shame, without ego, without self-pity. This is not punishment. It is growth. Seek accountability, even if only from yourself. Write down your intentions each morning. Review them each night. Let your word to yourself be as binding as the word you give to others. A life without accountability is a life adrift. Remember, you are the sculptor of your character. Each day, each action, each thought is a chisel stroke. A careless stroke creates flaws. A deliberate stroke builds strength and beauty. Be mindful, be intentional, be patient. Character is the masterpiece. Life is the canvas. Avoid distractions like the plague. The mind is fragile. It can be pulled by desire, fear, or curiosity. Protect it. Guard your focus as if it were gold, for indeed it is. Where your attention goes, your life follows. Discipline is not cold. It is not devoid of joy. It is the joy of mastery, the satisfaction of knowing you can act, even when it is hard. The calm of a mind unshaken by impulse or chaos. This is the kind of joy that endures. You will encounter temptation everywhere. The street, the office, the home, the mind all offer it. Do not be fooled by appearances. Temptation is often dressed as pleasure but carries chains. See it clearly. Decide with reason, not desire. Consistency is the heart of self-discipline. Do not wait for passion. Do not wait for inspiration. Do the work daily, reliably, steadily. Even when small, even when mundane, it builds momentum. Momentum transforms effort into habit, and habit transforms life. Discipline requires patience. Change is not instant. Transformation is slow, steady, and often invisible. Do not despair when results seem distant. The oak tree grows in silence, yet it becomes mighty. So too does a disciplined soul. Do not compare yourself to others. Comparison is a distraction, a theft of peace. Focus on your path. Measure against yourself, not the world. Yesterday's self is the only benchmark worth noting. If strive to improve upon it, no more, no less. Embrace challenges as opportunities. When life resists, it is teaching. Every obstacle is a mirror of your inner state. Face it with courage, with reason, with patience. This is how you cultivate resilience. Resilience is the companion of discipline. Do not mistake busyness for progress. Many are active, yet stagnant. Discipline is deliberate action, not frantic motion. Focus on what matters. Eliminate what does not, and act with intention, not reaction. Learn to love the process, not just the outcome. The disciplined life is a journey, not a reward. Savor the act of growth, the act of restraint, the act of creation. This is where fulfillment lies, in the doing, not merely in the having. Resist the lure of instant gratification. What is fleeting cannot satisfy what is eternal. Self-discipline trades temporary pleasure for lasting strength. Every choice is a contract with your future self. Choose wisely, for your future self will inherit your deeds. Do not underestimate small victories. Each act of restraint, each moment of focus, each refusal to yield, is significant. They are the threads that weave a life of virtue. Without them, the fabric unravels. With them, it becomes strong, beautiful, and enduring. Remember that self-discipline is intertwined with self-respect. To control oneself is to honor oneself. To surrender to impulse is to diminish oneself. Respect yourself enough to choose the path of virtue. All else is secondary. When faced with fear, act anyway. Discipline grows not in comfort, but in courage. Fear is a signal, not a barrier. Let it guide you, not dominate you. Step forward, and the fear diminishes. Do not neglect the mind or body. Both must be cultivated in harmony. Exercise sharpens focus, just as thought sharpens reason. A weak body undermines discipline, as does a cluttered mind. Care for both, and they serve you well. Guard your speech, as it reflects your mind. Avoid gossip, complaint, and bitterness. Speak with purpose, truth, and clarity. Words shape thought, and thought shapes action. Discipline your tongue, and you discipline your life. You will encounter failure. It is inevitable, yet discipline allows you to face it without despair. Learn from failure, adjust your course, and continue. The disciplined soul does not crumble. It grows. Your environment matters. Surround yourself with order.com and inspiration. Disorder invites distraction. Chaos invites weakness. Seek spaces and companions that nurture your resolve. Discipline is the antidote to regret. Every choice to act with reason today prevents sorrow tomorrow. Every small victory builds a shield against the chaos of life. Do not undervalue the quiet power of daily effort. You are capable of more than you believe. Yet without discipline, this potential remains dormant. Awaken it, nurture it. Let it guide your actions, thoughts, and intentions. Even when progress seems slow, keep moving. Even when the mind complains, keep acting. Even when the world resists, keep your purpose clear. Persistence is the companion of discipline. It turns ordinary effort into extraordinary life. Consider the future. What kind of life do you wish to lead? A life ruled by impulse, chaos, and fleeting pleasure, or a life of strength, clarity, and purpose? The answer lies in your choices today. Do not seek comfort at the cost of your soul. Do not trade discipline for convenience. Do not surrender to laziness. Each time you do, you shrink from your potential. Each time you act with reason, you expand it. Discipline is not a burden, it is a shield. It protects you from regret, weakness, and distraction. It gives you control in a world that seeks to pull you in every direction. It allows you to act, not react. It allows you to live, not drift. Discipline is a daily choice, not a single act. It is renewed each morning, strengthened each evening. Do not wait for motivation. It is fleeting. Let your commitment to reason and virtue carry you. Consistency transforms struggle into ease, and ease into mastery. Learn to delay gratification. The world offers endless distractions. Comfort, pleasure, indulgence, all are fleeting, all temporary. Self-discipline is choosing the greater good over the immediate. It is sacrificing a moment of ease for a lifetime of strength. Do not be deceived by appearances. The disciplined life may look difficult to the untrained eye. It may seem joyless, rigid, or harsh. Yet, in truth, it is liberating, empowering, and filled with quiet joy. Freedom is found in the mastery of self, not in indulgence. Observe your habits. Are they shaping you, or are you shaping them? Most people are unaware of the subtle forces guiding them. Every morning routine, every thought pattern, every reaction, these are the bricks of your character. Lay them with care, with purpose, with reason. Do not fear failure, for it is inevitable. Fear it not as defeat, but as a teacher. Every misstep reveals weakness, but also reveals the path to strength. The disciplined soul learns, adapts, and rises. Failure is only permanent if it teaches nothing. Embrace solitude. Time alone is a mirror. It allows you to hear your thoughts clearly, to examine impulses, to strengthen reason. Do not avoid it for distraction or comfort. In solitude, you meet yourself and discover the capacity for self-control. Control your desires, but do not despise them. Desires are natural, but untrained, they enslave. Train them, and they serve you. Refuse them without judgment. See them, understand them, and act with reason. This is the path to inner freedom. Thought the mind is like a garden. Neglect it, and weeds of distraction, fear, and laziness take root. Tend it daily with discipline, focus, and reflection. Plant seeds of reason, patience, and virtue. Water them with action. Over time, your inner garden flourishes. Practice gratitude for the chance to grow. Every challenge is an opportunity. Every discomfort is training. Every refusal of temptation is victory. To see them as gifts, and your mindset transforms. Discipline becomes a joy, not a burden. Focus on what you can control. You cannot dictate the world, others, or circumstance. You can only direct your actions, your choices, your mind. Master this, and you master life. Discipline is the bridge between intention and outcome. Do not waste energy on complaint. The disciplined mind acts. It does not moan, it does not envy, it does not wait. It observes, decides, and acts according to reason. This is the difference between those who live fully and those who drift. Act despite fear, laziness, and distraction. Discipline is built in these moments of resistance. The easier path is tempting, but shallow. The difficult path builds depth, strength, and resilience. Choose depth over ease. Choose strength over comfort. Set clear goals, yet remain flexible in method. Discipline is not rigid, it is adaptive. Plans may change, but purpose remains. Hold your objectives with firmness, your methods with reason. This is the wisdom of the disciplined mind. Learn to say no decisively. Every yes to distraction is a no to your higher self. Every yes to impulse is a no to your purpose. Guard your yes as if it were precious gold. Where your yes goes, your life follows. Avoid idleness. Time lost is strength lost. Engage your mind, your body, your spirit daily. Even small actions, when repeated, compound into profound effect. Do not underestimate the accumulation of effort. Observe the power of routine. The disciplined soul does not rely on willpower alone. It structures life in ways that reduce decision fatigue, minimize distraction, and create effortless focus. Routines are the scaffolding of discipline. Build them carefully. Act with intention, even in the mundane. A simple task, done deliberately, is practice. A meal prepared mindfully, a conversation conducted with focus, a walk taken with awareness. These are exercises of the soul. Through small acts, mastery grows. Do not seek validation. Discipline is its own reward. Praise, attention, or recognition are transient. The inner calm, the quiet strength, the self-respect gained, these endure. Anchor yourself in this internal reward. Resist the pull of instant gratification. Every impulse is a test. Every desire is an invitation to exercise control. Practice restraint, and your power grows. Practice indulgence, and your strength erodes. Practice reflection at each day's end. What went well? What could improve? Did you act according to reason? Did you yield to impulse? Learn without self-pity, adjust without despair. This is the continuous cycle of disciplined living. Remember, progress is measured by consistency, not perfection. Even small steps forward count. Even modest victories accumulate into mastery. Patience and persistence are more important than speed. Honor your body as the vessel of discipline. Exercise it, nourish it, rest it. A strong body supports a disciplined mind. A weak body burdens it. Treat both with equal care. Guard your attention. What you focus on grows. Avoid triviality. Avoid endless scrolling, gossip, and idle chatter. Direct your focus to what builds wisdom, strength, and virtue. Face your weaknesses openly. Denial is the enemy of growth. Acceptance is not surrender. It is clarity. See your faults clearly, then act to transform them. This is courage in practice. Discipline is not deprivation. It is freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to act, freedom to live deliberately. Each refusal of indulgence, each act of focus, each moment of patience is a brick in the foundation of your freedom. Embrace discomfort as opportunity. Do not flee it. Do not resent it. Do not fear it. It is the weight that strengthens your inner muscles. It is the teacher that reveals your limits and expands them. Self-discipline is love for your higher self. To surrender to impulse is to betray yourself. To act with reason is to honor yourself. Treat your mind, body, and soul with respect, and discipline becomes a natural expression of that respect. Know this, friend. Discipline is not a single act, nor a fleeting decision. It is a life lived intentionally, moment by moment, choice by choice. Every thought directed, every action chosen with reason, is a victory. Do not measure success by external reward. Measure it by alignment with virtue, by control over self, by mastery of mind. A single day lived with purpose outweighs a lifetime of indulgence. Discipline is built in repetition. The small, consistent acts matter more than grand gestures. Waking early, choosing wisely, acting with integrity, these are the building blocks of greatness. Do them faithfully, and over time, they create a fortress around your mind and soul. Resist the illusion that life must always be comfortable. Comfort is seductive, but fleeting. Strength, clarity, and freedom are forged in resistance. When life pushes, respond with reason. When temptation calls, respond with clarity. When fear rises, respond with courage. Remember, the mind is your command center. If it wanders, all else suffers. Train it, protect it, and guide it relentlessly. Your habits, your decisions, your destiny, they all flow from here. Do not mistake action for discipline. Discipline is not busyness. It is deliberate, reasoned action. It is choosing what matters, resisting what does not, and acting with consistency. This is the difference between a life of chaos and a life of mastery. Face each day as a practice. Each challenge is a teacher. Each discomfort a lesson. Each delay an opportunity to refine yourself. Do not fear the small, daily acts. They are the seeds of greatness. Patience and persistence will harvest them into enduring strength. Honor yourself through restraint. Honor your potential by refusing what diminishes it. Honor your mind by cultivating focus, reason, and clarity. In this, you are never alone. All who walk the path of discipline share this invisible bond. Do not seek perfection. Seek progress. Seek alignment with virtue. Seek clarity of mind and steadiness of purpose. This is enough. This is all that is required to begin the transformation. Let your reflection guide you. At each day's end, ask, did I act with reason? Did I honor myself? Did I resist what weakens me and embrace what strengthens me? If yes, rejoice. If not, adjust, and act again tomorrow. Soon we will explore practical exercises. How to structure your day for unshakable focus. How to resist destructive habits that have held you back. How to cultivate resilience that no temptation or fear can break. The wisdom you have heard today is the foundation. The practice you will learn next is the structure upon which your inner fortress will stand. Remember, friend, that self-discipline is not a burden imposed from outside. It is a gift you give to yourself. A gift of clarity, freedom, and power. Every act of reason strengthens it. Every refusal of indulgence nurtures it. Carry this promise with you as you step into the world. Discipline is not cold or joyless. It is quiet strength. It is calm in chaos, steadiness in uncertainty, clarity in distraction. It is freedom from the fleeting, the trivial, and the empty. And now, prepare yourself. The next steps are where knowledge becomes practice, where thought becomes action, where potential becomes reality. The journey continues, and in the next part, you will learn exactly how to wield this strength in daily life, without struggle, without fear, and with purpose. Let the seed of discipline planted today grow steadily. Water it with action, nourish it with reason, and protect it from the weeds of distraction. Your life, your mind, and your future self will thank you. This is the beginning, not the end. The path of self-discipline stretches before you. Step forward with courage, act with clarity, and know that the wisdom of the ancients walks with you, guiding your hand and your heart. Now that you understand the foundation of self-discipline, it is time to act. Knowledge without practice is like a sword left in its sheath. It cannot defend, it cannot serve. In this part, I will guide you through practical steps, daily routines, and mental exercises. These will transform insight into action, thought into habit, and potential into mastery. Start each day deliberately. Do not allow yourself to drift from sleep into chaos. Wake at a fixed hour, not later than necessary, not sooner than ready. Begin with stillness, breathe, Center your mind on purpose. Ask yourself, what is the most important action I can take today? Let this guide your steps. Plan your day with clarity. List your tasks in order of true importance, not urgency or distraction. Identify what must be done with reason and what can be deferred or discarded. Do not allow the trivial to steal your focus. Discipline is about choosing where your energy flows. Practice the art of the pause. Before any action, before any reaction, ask, does this align with reason? Does this honor my higher self? A pause is a bridge between impulse and action. It is where the disciplined mind exerts control. Train your body with purpose. Exercise is not vanity. It is strength for the mind and spirit. Choose a practice you can sustain: walking, running, stretching, or weight training. Consistency is more valuable than intensity. A disciplined body supports a disciplined mind. Control your consumption. This is not just food, but information, entertainment, and conversation. Ask, does this nourish my mind or distract it? Does it build clarity or dissolve it? Choose wisely and refuse what is harmful. Embrace discomfort in small doses. Take cold showers. Resist the urge to recline in comfort. To face small challenges deliberately. Each act strengthens your will, making larger challenges easier to meet. Practice self-reflection daily. At day's end, review your choices. Where did I act with reason? Where did I yield to impulse? What could I improve tomorrow? Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Use visualization to reinforce discipline. Picture yourself succeeding in restraint, in focus, in action. See the habits forming. See the inner fortress growing. Visualization is training for the mind before action touches reality. Break tasks into small steps. Large goals can overwhelm, leading to avoidance. Discipline is built through repeated completion of small, deliberate actions. Each step completed is a victory, reinforcing your momentum. Practice deliberate focus. When working, work fully. Do not check your phone. Do not drift in thought. Be present in action. Presence strengthens the mind and develops control. Record your progress. Write daily intentions, reflections, and victories. The act of recording creates accountability. It allows you to see patterns, recognize growth, and correct errors. This is a simple but powerful tool for self-discipline. Schedule moments of solitude. Time alone with your thoughts allows clarity to surface. In solitude, you meet yourself without distraction. It is where reason is sharpened and impulses are tamed. Learn to say no. Say no to indulgence, distraction, and meaningless obligations. Each refusal is a reinforcement of your higher purpose. Each yes must be deliberate, not reactive. Guard your attention as a precious resource. Embrace the principle of delayed gratification. Train yourself to wait for reward until it aligns with reason. Sacrifice temporary pleasure for long-term strength. This is how habits are formed and character is strengthened. Practice gratitude daily. A disciplined mind recognizes the opportunity in every challenge. Gratitude turns resistance into training and difficulty into growth. It anchors the spirit in resilience and calm. Use accountability partners. Share goals and progress with someone you respect. Accountability creates external reinforcement for internal discipline. It is a gentle but effective method to maintain consistency. Adopt a morning ritual. Begin with reflection, planning, and a small act of focus or strength. This sets the tone for the day. The morning shapes the mindset, and the mindset shapes the actions. Use the evening for evaluation. Review the day without judgment, noting victories and lapses. Adjust tomorrow's actions accordingly. This cycle creates continuous improvement. Minimize unnecessary choices. Decision fatigue weakens discipline. Simplify routines, habits, and environment. Structure reduces temptation and conserves willpower. Focus on one task at a time. Multitasking is the enemy of mastery. Deep, deliberate attention to a single task builds skill, control, and mental resilience. Embrace failure as feedback. Every lapse is not defeat, but information. Analyze it, understand it, and adjust. Discipline is resilient. It learns, it corrects, it grows. Build endurance in thought. Meditate on challenges before they arrive. Picture difficulties, anticipate distractions, and rehearse reasoned responses. The mind trained in advance performs with calm and control in reality. Practice humility. Discipline is not about pride, but mastery of self. Recognize weakness without shame. Act to correct it without ego. Humility keeps the mind open and receptive to growth. Use reminders and cues in your environment. Objects, notes, and routines can prompt virtuous action. They reduce reliance on willpower alone. Design your surroundings to support your higher self. Practice conscious breathing. When temptation or stress arises, pause and breathe deliberately. Control over breath reinforces control over mind. It is a tool always at your disposal. Study the lives of those who mastered themselves. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. They did not rely on circumstance. They built strength from within, through practice, reflection, and reason. Let their lives guide your steps, not as idols, but as examples of what is possible. Discipline requires patience. You may not see results immediately. Small actions compound over time into profound change. Trust the process and remain consistent. Protect your mental energy. Limit exposure to negativity, gossip, and unhelpful influences. Discipline is maintained in calm, reasoned focus, not chaos or fear. Train your mind to anticipate challenges before they arrive. Picture moments of temptation, distraction, or difficulty. Plan your response with reason, not impulse. By rehearsing in advance, action becomes deliberate rather than reactive. Use the principle of negative visualization. Imagine losing what you value, failing at tasks, or facing difficulty. This is not to induce fear, but to strengthen resolve. When challenges appear, they feel less threatening because you have already met them in thought. Set clear, measurable goals for your day, week, and month. Break large objectives into actionable steps. Track progress consistently. Small, steady wins accumulate into lasting transformation. Practice self-denial in controlled ways. Skip unnecessary pleasures, occasionally extra food, indulge in entertainment, or idle scrolling. These small refusals train your will and fortify inner strength. Adopt a practice of journaling. Write your thoughts, actions, successes, and failures each day. Through writing, clarity emerges. Through reflection, insight grows. This simple act transforms experience into wisdom. Use the Stoic technique of dichotomy of control. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, act deliberately. If no, release it without frustration. Energy wasted on what you cannot change weakens discipline. Energy directed toward action strengthens it. Implement microhabits that reinforce self-control. Simple actions, repeated daily, form a web of discipline. Waking early, meditating, focused work sessions, intentional meals, regular exercise. These are small threads weaving resilience. Guard your social interactions. Avoid people who erode your focus or encourage indulgence. Seek companions who elevate, challenge, and inspire discipline. Your environment shapes your habits more than you realize. Practice deliberate delay. Before reacting to impulse, hunger, desire, craving, breathe, reflect, choose with reason. This strengthens self-mastery and prevents regret. Use physical reminders of your purpose. A note on your desk, a mantra, or a small object can recall your commitment to discipline. When the mind wanders, these cues bring it back to focus. Embrace routine, but remain flexible in execution. Routines conserve willpower and reduce unnecessary decisions. Yet, reason must guide adjustments when circumstance demands. Train attention like a muscle. Focus on one task fully, without distraction. Gradually increase the duration and complexity of focus exercises. Attention is the foundation of self-discipline. Apply the principle of premeditation of adversity. Consider possible obstacles in advance. Prepare your mind for setbacks, delays, and discomfort. When they appear, you respond with calm and reason rather than panic or surrender. Limit consumption of passive content. Avoid endless scrolling, meaningless videos, or idle chatter. Choose reading, reflection, or action that builds the mind and strengthens focus. Engage in deliberate practice, not busy work. Action without intention is wasted effort. Every movement, every choice, every word should serve a purpose aligned with your higher self. Use temptation, bundling pair necessary but challenging tasks with something enjoyable. This creates positive reinforcement for disciplined behavior. Over time, the need for reinforcement diminishes as habit strengthens. Train emotional resilience. Discipline requires the ability to endure discomfort without complaint. Practice responding to minor irritations with calm. Practice observing strong emotions without immediate reaction. This builds the capacity to act rationally under pressure. Adopt daily reflection as a sacred habit. Before sleep, review your choices, where you acted with wisdom, where you faltered, and how you can improve tomorrow. This nightly ritual turns mistakes into lessons and reinforces self-awareness. Practice early resistance. Confront small challenges first thing in the day. Cold showers, physical exercise, or focused mental work. By meeting difficulty early, you prime your mind for disciplined action throughout the day. Train gratitude in adversity. When faced with discomfort or challenge, seek the opportunity for growth hidden within. Gratitude transforms suffering into a tool for mastery. Apply the principle of minimalism to possessions and activities. Fewer distractions, fewer obligations, fewer indulgences. These free energy and attention for what truly matters. Use strategic isolation. Spend periods away from noise, digital distraction, and social demands. This solitude strengthens self-mastery, focus, and clarity of purpose. Visualize the disciplined version of yourself. See the habits, the calm, the focus, the strength. Act today in ways that bring you closer to this image. Consistency bridges vision and reality. Reinforce discipline through promise yourself small, achievable actions and follow through. Each success reinforces confidence, willpower, and reliability. Train patience through waiting. Do not rush gratification, praise, or success. Patience is a muscle. Use it deliberately in small daily contexts to strengthen it for larger challenges. Apply reflection before reaction. Consistently. Before replying to criticism, pause. Before speaking in anger, pause. Before indulging desire, pause. The disciplined mind chooses response, not reaction. Practice intentional discomfort in social contexts. Speak honestly when easy lies tempt. Act with integrity when expedience suggests compromise. Self-discipline is strengthened in the arena of life, not only in private. Adopt a system of rewards for consistent effort. Small, intentional rewards reinforce habit without compromising virtue. The disciplined soul appreciates accomplishment, not indulgence. Use journaling to identify recurring weaknesses. Patterns reveal hidden vulnerabilities. Once seen, they can be addressed deliberately. Engage in deep work sessions. Set aside blocks of uninterrupted time for challenging high-value tasks. Protect these periods rigorously. They are the playground of focus and mastery. Practice conscious consumption of news and media. Avoid sensationalism, drama, and distraction. Focus on information that informs, educates, or inspires action aligned with virtue. Engage in regular meditation or reflection on impermanence. Contemplating the fleeting nature of pleasure, success, and life strengthens perspective. Discipline is easier when the mind understands what truly matters. Maintain balance between effort and rest. Overworking weakens willpower. Rest restores clarity, strength, and focus. A disciplined life honors both action and recovery. Integrate morning and evening rituals consistently. Morning sets intention. Evening reinforces reflection. These bookends anchor your day in reason and focus. Practice progressive resistance. Start small, then gradually increase challenges in thought, action, and discipline. Growth occurs at the edge of your current capacity, not in comfort. Use the principle of one thing at a time. Do not scatter attention across multiple tasks. Deep focus on a single meaningful action develops mastery. Track your energy and focus cycles. Notice when you are sharpest, and schedule high-value tasks accordingly. Do not waste peak moments on trivialities. Apply Stoic journaling prompts. What did I do today that aligns with reason? What desire or impulse did I resist? What lesson does failure teach me? Answering these daily trains insight, accountability, and self-control. Rehearse adversity through visualization. Imagine setbacks, criticism, or delay. Prepare a rational.com response. This primes your mind to act with reason rather than fear or reaction. Design your environment to reduce friction for good habits. Place books, tools, and reminders in visible, accessible positions. Remove distractions and temptations from your immediate surroundings. Use timed focus sessions. Set a timer for deep, uninterrupted work. Train your mind to enter a state of sustained attention without yielding to impulse. Practice voluntary discomfort in small ways. Fast occasionally. Walk without comfort. Delay leisure. These small exercises build resilience and strengthen willpower. Engage in deliberate solitude for reflection. Withdraw from noise and distraction to confront thoughts directly. This is where reason is strengthened and clarity is achieved. Balance effort with mindfulness. Do not act mechanically. They will act with full awareness. Discipline is not blind obedience, it is deliberate, conscious mastery of self. Track recurring temptations or weaknesses. Identify patterns. Create specific strategies to address them. Forewarned is forearmed. Practice intentional silence. Limit unnecessary speech. Thoughtful words reinforce clarity and focus. Idle chatter drains attention and weakens resolve. Visualize the end result of disciplined action. See yourself calm, focused, and accomplished. Let this vision guide daily choices and reinforce commitment. Use incremental accountability. Report progress, even privately, to track consistency. Celebrate small victories. They compound into lasting strength. Integrate reflection into action. Before every task, ask, does this align with my higher purpose? Let reason guide effort. not habit or impulse. Apply the Stoic principle of control. Focus energy only on what is within your influence. Release concern over what you cannot change. Discipline flourishes in focused action, not wasted energy. Adopt a daily victory mindset. Each day, identify a deliberate act of self-control, focus, or reason. Acknowledge it. Let it reinforce your ongoing commitment to discipline. Schedule periods of focused learning. Feed the mind with knowledge that strengthens reasoning, clarity, and judgment. Continuous growth reinforces disciplined action. Practice emotional regulation. Observe rising frustration, fear, or desire without immediate reaction. Name it, understand it, and choose response over impulse. Use habit stacking. Attach a new disciplined action to an existing habit to make it easier to maintain. Consistency compounds over time. Apply delayed gratification intentionally. Resist immediate reward when long-term benefit is greater. This builds mental resilience and strengthens decision-making. Train in ethical reflection. Regularly ask, does this choice honor virtue? Let morality and reason guide action rather than desire or convenience. Practice micro-resistances daily. The small acts of restraint accumulate into a powerful foundation of self-control. Resist one craving, one distraction, one indulgence each day. Over time, the mind strengthens. Integrate physical discipline. Posture, movement, and basic exercise reinforce mental fortitude. A strong body enables a disciplined mind. Use reflective pauses in daily life. Before responding in conversation, before making a purchase, before choosing action. This gap allows reason to guide choice. Anchor yourself in purpose. Identify the core values and principles you wish to live by. Let them guide every decision. Discipline becomes natural when rooted in purpose. Observe the principle of small daily actions. Large goals intimidate. Small, consistent steps achieve mastery. Every repeated intentional action reinforces strength and habit. Embrace accountability, both internal and external. Self-reporting, peer support, and reflection create a robust system for maintaining discipline. Practice strategic reflection during challenge. When confronted with difficulty, pause and ask, what is the opportunity in this moment? Every obstacle carries the potential to strengthen reason and character. Train consistency through ritual. Habits repeated daily become automatic anchors for self-discipline. Rituals create stability, reduce decision fatigue, and reinforce focus. Use intentional detachment. Do not allow praise, criticism, success, or failure to dictate inner calm. Discipline thrives in equanimity, not external approval. Recognize the compounding power of disciplined action. Every deliberate choice today shapes tomorrow. Small victories accumulate into extraordinary transformation. Now you stand at the threshold of transformation. You have learned the foundations of self-discipline. You have explored practical strategies, daily routines, and exercises that shape mind, body, and spirit. It is time to bring it all together. Begin each day with purpose. Wake deliberately even before desire or habit beckon. Set your intention clearly. What is the most virtuous, the most reasoned action I can take today? Let this question guide every step. Create a daily framework that honors both action and reflection. Morning, deliberate focus, planning, and small acts of mastery. Midday, sustained work, deep focus, intentional action. Evening, reflection, journaling, assessment, and gratitude. This rhythm nurtures both growth and insight. Anchor yourself in your values. Every choice must align with your higher self. When faced with temptation, distraction, or fear, ask, does this serve my purpose or betray it? Let reason, not impulse, decide. Use layered discipline. Combine small daily habits with reflection, visualization, and physical practice. One reinforces the other, creating a web of strength, resilience, and mastery. This is how ordinary effort transforms into extraordinary life. Embrace challenge as opportunity. When difficulty arises, it is the universe inviting you to grow. Step forward with courage. Act with reason. Learn from resistance. Each challenge strengthens your mind. Each setback sharpens your resolve. Reflect deeply every night. Review your actions, your successes, and your lapses. Identify patterns, refine strategies, and adjust your path. Reflection turns experience into wisdom, and wisdom turns action into mastery. Practice gratitude consistently. For every challenge, see the opportunity. For every struggle, see the lesson. For every moment of discomfort, see the growth. Gratitude transforms discipline from burden into joy. Guard your attention fiercely. Distraction is the enemy of mastery. Minimize unnecessary consumption. Social media, gossip, entertainment that dulls the mind. Instead, feed your attention with knowledge, reflection, and purpose. Apply the Stoic principle of control at all times. Focus only on what is within your influence. Release what you cannot change without frustration or complaint. Discipline thrives when energy is wisely directed. Combine deliberate action with patience. Change is not instantaneous. Transformation is slow, steady, and often invisible. Trust the process, act consistently, and the results will manifest naturally. Cultivate resilience through voluntary discomfort. Face small challenges daily: cold, hunger, delay, or restraint. Each small act prepares you for greater trials. Discipline is forged in resistance, not indulgence. Integrate community wisely. Share your journey with like-minded individuals. Encourage, support, and learn from others. But do not allow the opinions of the unwise to distract or derail you. Use visualization and reflection together. See yourself acting with clarity.com and mastery. Imagine overcoming temptation, completing your tasks, and responding to adversity with reason. Then act as if this vision is already real. Remember, the disciplined life is not rigid, it is alive. Flexibility allows you to adapt without surrendering purpose. Reason is your guide, not habit alone. Act deliberately, but act wisely. Recognize the power of incremental growth. Small, consistent victories compound into extraordinary transformation. Do not underestimate the accumulation of repeated effort. Every moment you choose reason over impulse, you are building the life you desire. Apply reflection to relationships. Respond with patience rather than anger. Communicate with clarity rather than impulse. Treat others with respect, but maintain your own standards. Discipline in relationships mirrors discipline within. Honor your body, mind, and spirit equally. Exercise strengthens resolve. Rest restores clarity. Nutrition fuels action. Reflection guides it all. Balance creates sustainability. Engage actively with life. Do not simply observe or drift. Action guided by reason and virtue shapes destiny. Discipline is the bridge between intention and reality. Celebrate small victories. Even a single act of restraint or focus is a triumph. Acknowledge it, reinforce it, and let it fuel the next action. Confidence grows through repeated success. Teach through example. Your disciplined life silently influences others. Actions resonate more than words. Living with purpose, clarity, and restraint inspires those around you. Now, I encourage you, friend, to take the next step. Commit today to one small act of deliberate discipline. Write it down. Do it. Reflect on it tonight. Repeat tomorrow. Consistency is the engine of transformation. Share your journey with this community. Comment below about the small victories you achieve. Ask questions, share struggles, and reflect openly. By engaging, you reinforce your own discipline and help others on their path. Subscribe to this channel to continue exploring Stoic wisdom. Each video strengthens insight, practice, and inner mastery. Share this message with someone you know, so that together, we cultivate calm, clarity, and reason in a distracted world. Remember, the journey of self-discipline is ongoing. It requires patience, reflection, and courage. Yet each step forward brings freedom, strength, and peace. The disciplined life is a life fully lived. Carry this wisdom into each day. Act deliberately, reflect consistently, and embrace challenge. Let reason, virtue, and purpose guide every choice. And know that every effort, no matter how small, builds the fortress of your character. The path is not easy, but it is worth it. Your future self will thank you. Your mind will thank you. Your life will thank you. Begin now. Act today, and step forward with the strength of all who walked this path before you.